I'm happy that you're here, but I have a bone. I have a big bone to pick with you.
Okay.
How did you make me a grandmother before 50?
You know,
How did that happen, Jay?
I
It was
knew,
49.
yeah,
It was
but
before 50,
I knew
technically.
you were in the crunch. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to hit you with that so that by the time you're 60 years old, you have a whole like fifth, sixth grader. You know, I didn't want to wait, any longer because, who knows, we're getting old.
Did you?
Well, you made Welly a grandmother at like 38.
She was 38. I did
My
make,
grandma
my
was
mom
40.
was a grandmother at 38
Oh, well, so there it is.
because I had Shaniece so young. But all I know is that I didn't know how to process the
It happened
information.
it happened very quickly,
Yeah,
you know?
like I didn't know how to like process it, right? Like Shaw tells me she's pregnant. Obviously, we have a great private conversation. And I had to sit with it for a little
Yeah,
while because I'm like, I'm gonna be a grandmother. Like
yeah.
this is weird, you know? Like I know I'm
Well,
50.
and you never been a grandmother yet, so I know you were like, what does that look like for me?
What
Right?
does that look like? Like what well, like first of all, what is she having? What is it gonna look like? What is this gonna be? How is my life gonna change? It's been good. Like
Yeah.
it flows, you know. We've had a few bumps in the road.
Yeah, for sure.
Shaw's looking like
I mean, but
I'm
it's
talking about us.
yeah, and in all transparency, like that's how it should be. Anything that just goes through like smoothly straight with no bumps, like you can't grow from that. You can't learn anything from that. And if everything's smooth, somebody's hiding something.
Mm.
They're not being their 100% of their authentic self. One of my first questions to her was, "Did you tell your mom?" Right? I was like, "Did you tell your mom?" And she was like, "Well, I'm gonna just wait a little bit."
Mm.
And so I guess she waited a little bit and then she told you. And then
Yeah.
I was like, "Did you tell your dad?" And she was like, "No, I'm gonna wait a little bit." But the thing about when she told me, I was shocked a little bit. Like literally, I was shocked. And we got into this, thing like I love being a dad, right? Like absolutely love being a dad. But I was shocked as and I don't think it was the reaction that Sha wanted. So she cried a little bit. And it was uncomfortable for her and for me. I didn't want to make her cry. I just was like, I didn't know what to say because I hadn't had a kid in 14 years. So I was like super shocked. She had never had a kid. So of course she was super shocked. But when she found out, she kind of got to live with it a little bit.
Hmm.
Like I didn't know as soon as she knew. So she lived with it a little bit, processed it. And then once it got to me, she had already like, kind of lived with it a little bit. So I was super shocked. She cried a little bit. I was really um thrown out to the wayside about that because I didn't want to make her feel like I wasn't excited or I wasn't going to
Supportive.
love the situation because I
Hmm.
absolutely love my children. But we got around that. And obviously he's here and he's beautiful and throwing across the house. And yeah, he's just a great kid. And then for her being Blaze's mom, like, oh my God, like a gift to a child because she's so calm and her reserve is like immaculate.
Yes.
And like I like one day he knocked over coffee, like hot ass coffee. And me, I'd be like, pow pow. And she was just like, it's okay. I swear to God, it was like Cinderella came to the with the Swiffer, and she was like, "It's okay, baby," and just swept it up. And I was like, I would have
Mm.
just get a little pop pop, little no, little
Right.
something. But man, she parents with so much grace, and
Yes, she does.
I'm just like ecstatic that you're Blaze's mom because I know that because I'd be wild as fuck. So I know that like as long as he got you guys, as his little army, like he's gonna be straight.
And so,
Sorry,
go
but
ahead.
I feel like you manifested Blaze.
Yeah.
Like you were mentioning another child before I got pregnant.
Yeah, true.
Like you manifested Blaze. On
Yeah,
our first date, you were talking about a Blaze, not him exactly,
yeah.
but you were talking about a Blaze. So you agree with that?
I do agree with that. I think that and you
Because we
know,
talked about kids.
yeah, true. But just so you know, you guys know, because you guys are, you know, beautiful women. You guys are still like women, right? But men, right? Men see a baddie, we think like, I'm gonna get her pregnant. That's what men think when
So
they see a
you
baddie.
gamed me.
You gamed me.
I'm just
Hey,
asking.
I'm just saying, when a man really sees a woman that like is that he likes and it's a baddie, that be our first thought. Like we be thinking like, damn, like I would have a baby by that. So yeah, I'm manifested.
Well, in this instance, were
You see, I'm 4 kids. I got grown kids, so it
Right.
works out.
right? Were you planning on having another kid, or did it kind of just happen?
It kind of just happened, and I think that I think I will join Nick Cannon and NBA YoungBoy somewhere up in the numbers because I think the best part of life for me is being a dad. I'm not saying I'm gonna hit 13, 14,
Yeah.
but like
Are you saying you're not done?
5 is cool.
Like you want another one?
Yeah. Well, I want to be married one day, and what if my wife doesn't have kids?
If your wife doesn't have kids, is that a deal breaker?
No. What if she doesn't have kids, but she wants
Oh,
a
but
kid?
she wants a kid.
Right.
Okay.
I have no problem with that. Just I ain't changing diapers.
Why don't you marry one of the women who already have?
Well,
a kid?
because they've already seen enough.